this is Alexius, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Today I wanted to go back and look at Battlecruiser versus Dreadnought. What I wanted to do is do a couple of little experiments. Maybe a little bit with armor, maybe a little bit with some of the gun options. We'll see how it goes. Starting with the armor though, I want to hit the survivability and maneuverability. And what are we looking at? Up to 13 inches and crop 4. No range necessary. I'm not going to worry about the bulkheads. Turbines, oil, forced. Maybe we'll take the Ox 1. Does help with repairs. Actually, something I want to look at. We have the fire and flooding chance. And gun damage received minus 10%. $9.6. And an increased ricochet chance. The ricochet chance in here anywhere. Nope. Just another one of those things you gotta know. A lot of extra weight for not that much gain. It does have the decreased chance of engine damage and ammo detonation. I think to start, I'll go with the ballistite. And between one experiment and another, we're going to switch to any one of the others. I want to see if that range makes a difference. Don't care about those. The gun reload would be nice. Hey, 18 torpedo. Keep them standard speed. Long range rangefinder. Throw on our forward tower. Our rear tower. Many tiny funnels as we can. 15.8 kilometers. And we'll keep things fairly light. We'll see how that works out. No casemates, no secondaries. We'll throw a torpedo on. Not that one, we'll put it up forward. Then what we want to look for is we have Group 4, which makes the math a lot easier. What is the most they can throw at us? 23, divide that by 2 since we're at 200% armor efficiency compared to the guns. So 11.6. And then deck-wise, 1.2. And that should be just enough for anything. Doesn't weigh that much. Could go for the larger guns then. How much more is that going to cost? 3%. That weight offset's pretty bad. So we'll put in an intermediate battery if we can. Which I don't think we can. Alleviate it, make it a little bit better, and are we really? I hate when it stops mirroring. See if we can even make this work right now. Too expensive. Move down to semi-oil then. And stick with 34 knots. I'm comfortable with that. Engine efficiency is good. We'll leave the extra funnel on there. I can't move anything back. Oh. There we go. Oh, we'll put an extra half knot. Oops. And we move this forward, our pitch improves. But our longitudinal weight offset gets much worse. One of the reasons not to put stuff at the extreme ends of your ships. But we're going to. I don't want to spend too long designing it. And times 5 and close. We're already at 9 kilometers. %6 chance to hit. There's the first hit. We're up to 12%. I'm looking for here is, what is it at exactly 5 kilometers? 16%. I'm going to use that as a basis. Ooh, look at that, they have a torpedo. Sitting at 39%. There's some barbette damage. Using 11-inch. I have 13.3 times 0.8. 26.6 minus roughly 6, 20 inches of penetration is what we have to do for armor piercing. We'll come right slightly. Got one of the casemates. Deployed a secondary gun. Got pretty much straight penetrations that time. Now we're going to take that on the bow. Just barely. ammo detonation. I want the full ship's log. I'm still disappointed that we lost the report. See it here. It's off screen. Hey, there we go. Destroyed the torpedo. Couple bounces. Oh, I should have removed the Earth Traverse. Could have saved a little cost with that one. Ace mate, sitting at 1.5 kilometers. Almost 90% accuracy. Pull it in tight. Oh, one of the funnels was hit. Here's our close pass at 500 yards. For a second ammo detonation on one of the bigger guns. Alright, we'll stick with our survivability and maneuverability. Really wanted to be able to use just the same exact ship again, but oh well. There we go. If we stick to just hydraulic, we end up having much less cost. Why do we have a gauge mast now? Like, that wasn't there before. Not that I want one. Although it would be a good opportunity to try the long-range accuracy bonus. Then what we're looking for is 11.6, 1.2, which wasn't perfect. I'm under the impression, right or wrong, that additional armor beyond what you need makes the partial pens hurt less. It's one of the experiments I kind of want to run. Oh yeah, that's too much. 35 knots. Alright. Yeah, let's do 34 and a half. Don't care if I have a little wasted weight. Alright, time to get within 5 kilometers. There we go. I think we've created a constant bearing decreasing range situation. So we have plotted an intercept. Oh, jeez. That's something we can't hold permanent. 24%, 25. If I remember correctly, I didn't actually change this ship. This is almost identical to the previous one. I didn't change the tops. I was going to change the rangefinder actually. We had 25%, total coincidence rangefinder. The weather conditions are going to change too, though. No easy way to settle this all out and find the accuracies for everything. What I'm best for hope for, I think, is to completely go one side and then completely go the other and see how it turns out. Because weather is a factor. Yeah, and we're just now hitting 25%. It's fairly significant. The weather's not too terribly different from last time. Something I want to test is the barbette. Put a little bit of that on there. There we go. Although if we're going to go for that route, leave the armor. Or maybe we'll do a split battery. Looking at reload times right now. Probably go with the Mark III. If we're going to go for a flame ship. There we go. Come on. Actually, can we do some in echelon? We can. Then we can get a better firing arc by moving this one forward, which of course is going to murder our pitch. Okay, there we go. Wait, at 100. Side guns, 10. Rats. Okay, we'll leave it like that. Which will have poor fire off the port side, but starboard side will be fine. I just don't understand why it's so high. Like, it's in echelon, it should be fine. Whereas if we do a split, not quite perfect. Still have lots of roll issues. You know what? I'm leaving it. I'm gonna do 3 turrets. Eliminate a lot of that nonsense. Why the long? No, I'm thinking of transfers. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we're looking at half an inch deck penetration at this range, or at max range. It looks like we've encountered the ladder bug. That'll be a restart. The ladder bug is when the ship gets stuck like this. Is it reproducible by going to E? Like, it gets stuck at a high percentage and only fire 1 turret every time. But it'll never get to 100%, which usually it's doing in a single shot. Let's see if we'll get that again. Yeah, ladder bug again. Something about this ship. Oh well, we can still test the armor. The normal way to reset the ladder bug is to switch targets. Like, switch away from the ship and then back to it. And it'll reset the progress, and normally it'll be fine. Destroyed a funnel. Lots of fire. Partial pen and over pen. The funnel. Droid barbette. With an 11-inch bow deck extended. Secondary tower and a funnel destroyed. Well, that kind of puts to lie the barbette protection. Really is only for preventing ammo detonations. Not that barbette damage seems to do much. Oh, geez, I didn't even think of the torpedo. And a lot of overpens this time. Superstructure though, which isn't as heavily armored. The Marines seem to be enjoying a barbecue on the bow. Bow tanking didn't really work so well. That speaks poorly for the World Warships players. This is just silly. Alright, that's enough to tell me what I wanted to know about the barbette protection. Reaffirming my thought that it's not very useful. The citadel protection, the resistance is useful. So is the less engine damage. Looking up here, these take 10% less gun damage rather than 7. So most of it is in the hull and that 50 resistance. They have the resistance listed somewhere, don't they? Yep. Other things I might want to try. Well, we just saw what the barbette protection did. Why not increase the armor by 50%? If we can. Let's see, 11.6, 5.5, 5.8. That's 0.8 and then 5, 17.4. Alright, that'll be a little bit hard to make that work. It's cost though, so we might be able to do that. What can we add weight? Decrease cost. Yeah, turbines are just so awesome. Oh yes. That's weight. This is cost. Yeah. Not a lot though. Lyddite's expensive. It's not that bad. Size and speed. Alright, let's see what this does for the damage she takes. Stuck in ladder aiming again. Certain calibers. Some other sort of interaction. I'm really not sure. Thought it might have been switching the AG, but I tested that last time. Right bearing drift. Oh, we're going a little too fast. Still right bearing drift. Still right bearing drift. Just a hair right bearing drift. Constant bearing. We have plotted in intercept. Accepting that she hasn't made a turn. So we had one bow deck extended overpen. Again, the barbette was destroyed. Oh, now we have left bearing drift again. This one does have torpedoes. Get broadside. Fewer ricochets, better penetration statistics. And see how our opponent guns handle the 50% thicker armor with the same guns at 11 inch in the last one. Lots of partial pens. In the 20s. Teens and 20s. I see that torpedo. Terrible shot. Eh. Bring it down to 22. Yeah, lots of partial pens. Close to point blank range, see if we can get them to penetrate our armor. There we go. Over pen, mid deck. Regular penetration as well. Lots of overbends. Oh, when she's about to launch a torpedo. There's no avoiding it at this range. It may be a little bit of confirmation bias on my part, but it looks like we're taking less damage with the thicker armor. And it looks like the barbette protection is not very useful except for preventing ammo detonations. Which, I've been looking more at the log, and some of that can zip by pretty quickly, and not so much here. And the little pop-ups are where you usually see the ammo detonation. But I haven't seen any big damage numbers either. If I saw more ammo detonations, I would be more concerned about barbette armor in the protection scheme. I just don't see them. Not if you have sufficient armor. In something like a heavy cruiser, a barbette protection would be useful because you can't armor against battleship shells. You're going to take a penetration, and that'll prevent a penetration from being an ammo detonation. Well, then it's useful. Put the rudder hard over. Now that we're almost completely destroyed. Deck's awash back aft. And we have managed to lock. Okay, maybe they fixed the ladder aiming and it's working as appropriate, and the 10-inch is just a little bit too far out of range. Can't quite get a full lock at the starting range of this scenario. The way to test that would be to walk the size of the guns back up. So maybe the next one we'll do that and take a better look at long range accuracy and how it shifts. For now though, I appreciate you staying till the end. Please leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Take care.